let's now go to Craig, who is also in Langa. Craig Marais. Craig, of course, these are remarkable scenes, what we are seeing now. Young, old, South Africans have come out in their numbers, just giving a lot of love for the Boks.
Absolutely amazing scenes, and definitely a day that they will remember. You can have some boring days in your life, and then you can have a day like today. Now, having said that, 4 years ago there was also celebrations, but there seems to be even more, and it's wonderful to see mothers with sons and daughters on their backs, the phones, so many kids around. Wonderful for the kids as well. We're a little bit worried because we got the Springbok bus with Eben Etzebeth and Jesse Kriel and Andre Pollard. They've got into the mood, and then we got a traffic car, but then it's just so many people in the road and so many kids, so we're always just a little bit worried about the safety as well. But everything's all fine. It's all party time, it's all celebration time, and there's an old wonderful lady saying, you did it 4 times. There's so much pride, there's so much joy. People can have so many problems in their life, but they really do feel like they are the world champions, and that's what we are. We are the world champions when it comes to rugby. So amazing scenes, and we've just been driving for so long. We're taking a right now following this bus. But it just seemed to be so many people. It just shows the diversity in the country as well, because we had all the people in the CBD and at the parade and going through the center of town, and then you come to Langa and it's really celebrations. I'm not too sure what's waiting for us in Bonteheuwel in the Cape Flats. The father of our nation, Nelson Mandela Madiba, always said that sport had this power to unite people, and we're just seeing it now. It seems sometimes a little bit ridiculous, an oval ball, a rugby ball. Just the power of sport to unite people is just absolutely amazing. And it might be temporary, but it's something that we want to bottle. We want to bottle this. We've had quite a few lost moments before. The Rainbow Nation, Madiba Magic. And let's just hope we can bottle this. We can keep this euphoria for as long as we can. And at the end of the day, the Springboks, they inspire hope. They're uniting the nation, but they can't bring about the change. We hope that our politicians, our leaders will follow suit and lead by example and really serve the people out there along all the political spectrum. I think all as South Africans, we have rich and poor, we have black and white. We want to help the poor, we want to help the downtrodden, and we're hoping that the message that the Springboks will be a message for everyone out there, and especially the leaders of our country, because they're the ones who can really bring about change. But for today, it's just joy and so much celebration in Langa, and I wonder when the party will stop. There's people, we've got young and old, but I'm really amazed. There are so many kids out here, which is very encouraging.
And just talking about, change, Craig, I want to just, stay with that point, because we heard yesterday, from the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Zizi Kodwa, saying there were a number of changes that were brought into, particularly the squad ahead of the 2019 World Cup. And Rassie Erasmus was criticized, for a number of things. First, when he brought in Kolisi, or part of that decision making to bring in Sia as a captain, and later on the decision to appoint Jacques Nienaber as head coach. But it was in those changes that we actually found that we had a winning chance, and here we are. 4 times Rugby World Cup champions.
Yeah, it's simply amazing. We won in 95, Lenati, and we won in 2007. But the Rassie Erasmus era, which obviously coincides with Siya Kolisi, you know, they will go down as the best, and that's not to run down 95 team or anything with the 2007. To win it back to back is just a feat that's only been done once before by New Zealand, and New Zealand had some of the greatest players ever. They had Richie McCaw, Daniel Carter, Sonny Bill Williams. So the likes of Siya Kolisi and his players and Rassie Erasmus, you know, to win it back to back for South Africa. And not only that, this 2023 campaign, to play against Scotland, who are in the top 5, 6 in the world, to play against Ireland, Tonga was a really physical game, and then to beat the host nation France in the quarterfinal, to beat England in the semi-final, and then New Zealand. You know, I mean, they love their rugby even more than us. They're a population of 5 million people, and they won it back to back. They won it 3 times. They were also going for the 4th time, and it's amazing to think that the All Blacks is such a global brand. But now the Springboks have overtaken them. They've won it 4 times, and not to remember that there've been 10 World Cups, and the Springboks have only played in 8 because of apartheid. We didn't play in 1987 or 1991. So it's an amazing culture. It's amazing where the Springboks emblem has come. It really was a symbol of division and hate, you know, and segregation. But in the new South Africa, it is such a shining example. And I see her said it so many times, you know, it's amazing. There were many black players before. There's a culture of black rugby in the Eastern Cape and all over Kwaru. They never had the opportunities, but and that's why someone like Siya Kolisi is so amazing, that he's had the opportunities. He remembers where he comes from. He remembers the people who never had the opportunity, and they want to shine love and light and bring hope to young boys and girls from all colors, from all creed, for the future.
No, absolutely, Craig. You know, having just looked at how we were criticized by some quarters, you know, during this World Cup, in terms of this 1-point win, a lot of people are now making a U-turn, saying, in fact, that, you know, this World Cup was indeed, you know, the best that they have ever seen, and that the South African side, in fact, you know, coming out victorious was the greatest World Cup win ever. Of course, a lot was riding on this as the defending champions, as you've also pointed out. But it seems like, you know, they are taking it in their stride, particularly if you listen to what Siya Kolisi said in terms of all this was really hinging on was their strategy.
Yeah, it's just there's never been a difficult draw. You know, you just get the fixture list and the draw and all that. I mean, for what they did, it's unparalleled. No one has ever had to beat all these teams, and we were worried about them, that they were running on empty, that they needed to charge the batteries one more time against New Zealand. Well, they did that. They charged the batteries. They came back. The strategy, the 7-1 split, the 7 forwards, the 1 backline. And I tell you what, Donati, they've had to recharge the batteries again after they won the final. They're now doing this Champions Trophy parade, and it started yesterday, which is wonderful. It's amazing in Cape Town as well, like it was yesterday. And tomorrow it's in KwaZulu-Natal and then East London. So these guys have really put their bodies on the line. They've done everything possible, and they're still going. They're led by that man, Siya Kolisi, who's just absolutely amazing. I mean, the crowds, they love all the Springboks, but you know, when it comes to Siya, he's just become such an icon in South Africa. He can communicate and connect with all people from all spectrums, rich, poor, black, white, young, old. He hasn't only become an icon in South Africa, he really has become an icon, and you see this around the world. His friendship, the person that he is, the friendship that he has with Adi Severe in New Zealand, all around, all these former great players, you know, they respect him. and they realize, God, this guy is such a great ambassador, not just for South Africa. He is such a great ambassador for the game of rugby, for what he's doing for the people in South Africa, the humility, and he's so grounded as well. It really is amazing. This is an amazing bunch. Rassie Erasmus is at the top there, together with the coach John Nienaber, but Rassie Erasmus is you know, South Africans are always seen, when it came to rugby, we were always seen as this conservative Afrikaners, very one-dimensional. Rassie and this Springbok team, they're the innovators of world rugby. The way we push the rules, the way we're not scared to take risks. It's completely the opposite. South Africans are always seen as the lager mentality, conservative. With Rassie Erasmus, we see the disco lights, we see the 7-1 split, we see what they do. It's all calculated risks, and it's out of the box. It's innovative. It's setting the, you know, it's setting the rules for other teams now to try and follow. And we really hope Rassie Erasmus has got 2 years left on his contract. We really hope that he could be getting offers from all over the world. If I was South African rugby, I would try and sign him on another 5 years, double his salary. He's worth every penny. And I go on about Rassie because these players really know what they've got in Rassie and the coach John Nienaber. I've always felt that South Africa had the players, but we're always a bit lacking with the coaching. And now, when it comes to this Rassie Erasmus, and South Africans just seem to love him as well. From all spectrums of the world, he's a very humble guy. He's not on the bus. He's gone home. We saw how emotional he was at the airport, but he deserves a lot of credit tonight.